Hello guys, welcome back once again to our channel. Before we go into any other discussion, happy Sunday.
Finally you see our channel instead of,
Of
your
course
channel. I'm saying that
Welcome
because
to our channel.
somebody commented last Sunday that I'm actually stealing your channel.
Yeah, somebody commented, but he's not stealing it. We are in it together.
Yeah.
Okay, so happy Sunday, and we are back again to discuss and to have our after Sunday talks.
Yeah. And
So-
today there are no distractions. Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully for now there are no
Hopefully there won't be
distractions, so we hope there
distractions.
won't be any distractions.
Yeah, people won't be coming
as we
down.
go on.
Yeah, but if they come down, no problem. We'll still greet them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's-
So just relax, grab your cup of tea, grab your Bible, whatever.
It's actually hot.
It's just a chill talk. It's
Good
actually
tea.
hot here though, but we're in the shade,
Yeah.
so we are okay.
All right.
Yeah. So
What do we start with now today?
let's start from the message of the day.
Okay. Or with what's happened, the events that happened in the week. I don't know, which one do you prefer to start?
Maybe the word of God first,
Okay,
or
word
the
of God
event. No,
first.
let's talk about the events.
Okay.
Okay.
And then after the events, we'll talk about the major events actually.
Yeah. Okay. There was something major that happened in Italy, in if I remember well, Crema.
Yeah,
I don't know if you read it.
Cioè vicino a Milano.
Yeah, near Milan, in the province of Milan called Crema.
Yeah.
And there was this Senegalese who is a driver, and he was driving children, I think teenagers,
Yeah.
taking them to their
To school.
homes.
It's actually a school bus.
Yeah, it was a school bus.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he was coming back. He was
No, I
taking
think he
them
was-
home from school.
I think it happened in the morning.
Okay.
Yeah, so probably they were still going to school.
Okay, so they were going to
I
school.
can't remember now, but yeah.
Yeah, but the main issue is that he diverted
Yeah.
and he was taking them away
From the normal
from
routes.
the normal route.
Yeah.
And I think I was watching the news yesterday or so, and the children were saying that he took their phones and put it inside the bag.
Yeah.
But some of them were wise enough. They noticed
They
that
hid
something
it.
funny was about to happen.
Yeah.
So they hid their phones. And then when they saw that things were happening, a child called the mother, one of the parents, and another one called the carabinieri. Carabinieri, for those of you that don't know, is
It's paramilitary.
yeah, paramilitary. Okay,
Yeah,
here in
system,
Italy.
yeah.
So they were alerted, and they came. They found the bus. They used GPS to find the bus. But the thing is, the bus was set ablaze. He burnt it
Yeah,
because
okay.
that's what he wanted to do.
Yeah, he actually is crazy.
It's crazy. It's
Like,
crazy.
He actually like cioè, accospars, no?
Yeah,
La macchina.
with fuel.
Con
With fuel.
gasolio, like with fuel, and then he puts latchets on their hands, like he
Yes.
puts cords on their hands, like the kids that made the call. Like I can't imagine.
They
like,
are so
how,
brave. Like
how they were
shout
able
out
to
to those
make the
kids,
call.
Rami and Riccardo. If
and
I remember.
Adam anche.
Okay.
Cioè, c'erano due ragazzi stranieri che hanno aiutato e
Ok.
poi un ragazzo italiano.
That is
se non
some foreign children, stranieri, some foreign children.
Sorry.
No problem. We'll be speaking Italian and
I'm
English
sorry.
here. We'll be speaking
Alright.
Italian and English.
Yeah.
Actually, we even need to make a proper video in Italiano,
in Italiano.
because we're in Italy and we need the indigenes to also follow our videos.
Yeah,
but
it
for
would
the
be
time
nice.
being, I don't know. Sorry to divert, but the thing is, when I'm talking with Caleb,
Yeah.
I find it hard to speak in Italian because my brain somehow is programmed to talk to him in Italian.
yeah.
But if, sorry, in
In
English.
English, yeah.
But if I were speaking to someone, maybe
Yeah.
an indigene or someone of African descent, but not Nigerian, that doesn't speak
Yeah.
English, I find it easy to flow
Yeah,
in
to flow in
Italian.
Italian.
But with him, I don't know, sono bloccata.
Perché
Non so
sei
perché.
bloccato. Allora, quindi la cosa era molto seria.
Adesso che stai parlando in italiano?
Ah, scusatemi.
Sorry.
It's English. No, there's something is really serious because if you look at it, a black
Yeah.
having a license to actually drive
Drive the
like,
kids.
It's something
It's here
that
in
rarely
Italy.
happens. I think
Yes.
for me, that's the first time of
Oh,
hearing
yeah, I was
a
surprised.
black
I was surprised.
driving school kids.
Yes.
All right, not just driving the normal, public transport.
No,
and all
no,
that.
that one non ho mai visto.
Sì, però ci sono alcune parti dove hanno.
Mai visto in
Sì,
Italia.
ci sono.
Ok.
Ma proprio ti danno la responsabilità di avere i bambini con
sì.
te è una cosa immensa. So having these kids with you, and now he was saying that, okay, I read this thing, the interrogazione. Interrogazione is like
Interrogation.
okay, interrogation. When
The
you
questioning.
go to the when you go to the Judy to the jeep. Let me
Yeah.
just say it that way now. He will interview you.
To what jeep?
The magistrates.
Okay.
Jeep, like he's a judiciary in the Indagene preliminary.
Ah, okay. Mm-hmm.
So they were interviewing the guy, and the guy was like that he was hearing
Voices.
the voices of kids in
Okay.
Africa telling him that he has to do something eclatant because he can.
Yeah, I also heard something that he lost his kids in a similar way or something.
Yeah,
because
he's been
he came from
separated
Libya
or
or
divorced.
stuff like that,
Yeah.
and so he wanted to revenge. I don't know what it was.
Like, all right, I understand that there could be some racism, there could be problems with those who are coming in from Libya, and they're not being helped and all that. And but then also Italy is doing much.
Italy is
Let's
doing
not
much.
forget
Please,
that.
and
Let's
sorry,
not forget that.
I just want to chip this in. Last time on our video, we saw some comments. We just want to make it clear that on this channel, we are trying to build a bridge between foreigners and the indigenes of the land, and maybe people watching us from other parts of the world who want to understand what is going on in Italy. We are not here to talk about hate. Like, there is so much already in the world,
of course.
and we can't we can't add to it. Like, it's so much already. So we are trying to build a bridge. We are trying to bring peace. We are trying to bring understanding. This channel is all about the connecting bridge. So please, if you've had any problem, any issues with ignorance, I don't want to call it racism, like I'm so sorry to even use this, to mention this word on this channel, but ignorance, if you've had any problem with someone that is ignorant and doesn't know how to treat you because of your color, we are so sorry for it. I'm sure almost everybody has had. I've also had mine, but I don't want it to be the major point on this channel. Hate is not going to take us anywhere. All we need is love, understanding, and patience, and I'm sure things will get better. Like, I can't say things are not better. Like, if I look back 10 years ago when I came, things are way better. People have more understanding. But then with the influx of immigrants, it's not easy because there's recession in the country, and then there are these immigrants coming in. People will be complaining. No, just think about it in your own country. In your country, Nigeria, in your country, wherever you are, USA, in the world, and things are not going fine. And then they're bringing other people to weigh on the community, to weigh on the economy of the nation. It's not easy.
It's not just weighing, like, you have the European Union and these immigrants. Sorry, we're actually diverting.
Sorry, please.
But, like, the people that's coming, the refugees that's coming. Now, you understand that those people are fleeing terrible situations.
But it's not all of them.
Not all of them.
Not all of them.
But, like, whatever I always think is someone who flees Ghana, Nigeria, Cameroon, whatever, Ivory Coast, all right, to come. Like, it's not something light. Like, it's a decision that is really, really caused by something really important. So, let's say they're fleeing hunger, they're fleeing war, they're fleeing different kind of treatments. Now, when those people come in, the agreement should be that they are distributed evenly among the European countries. But you have many countries that actually
are closing their borders.
That. Now, Italy being a border country, like, is close to the sea, Mediterranean Sea, so, like, they can't do anything. Like, that is the first port like you get to. So when they come into this place and they don't see them being redistributed, added to so many things that blacks do. But that's, by the way, let's rewind back to the events. Maybe you like that we'll talk about.
Okay.
But it's not like we're not trying to say that racism doesn't exist.
No, we're not saying that.
We want to build a bridge, like she was saying, like between whites and black. We have friends that are whites. I mean, most of our friends are actually whites that are very good, that love us, that we love too. Like, so it wouldn't be good, like, every day we are talking racism.
No, please, no. It's not going to help. It's not going to take us anywhere.
It doesn't take anything. So this man...
Okay, go on.
Sorry, interrupting.
No, why about this?
So, the man, so I understand that terrible things are happening, but it doesn't get to a point where you get kids. 51 kids.
51? I didn't even know the number.
God in heaven. 51 kids in a bus that are teenagers, 13 years, 12 years and all that, and less than. And then you pour gasoline, that should be gas if I'm not making a mistake.
Fuel.
And then he had the lighter. Like, he was determined to burn. I was like, what are you thinking about? Like, no matter what is happening, violence can never solve a problem.
Never.
Like, violence will not solve a problem. Like, I understand that, or okay, Nelson Mandela, you know, he did his guerrilla war and all that, you know, for South Africa and all that. But if you read his like if you read his book, you will see that he advocated more of using a peaceful way.
Like Martin
Luther, like, to achieve something, use the peaceful way, use diplomacy to achieve stuff.
And also on our side as immigrants, to behave well. Like, if you're giving that kind of position, you're representing the black community.
Like,
you are, whether you like it or not, you are, because
that thing that you did now,
yes, it's going to hinder many people. Maybe many people that are vying for such position. Yeah. It's going to hinder them from getting
some jobs. And the people who were
like
on the borderline between being nice people and bad people,
we now go back.
We now tip over
to the bad side.
Yeah. Like, they will be like someone that is because he's a Senegalese, like he's from Senegal.
I didn't want to say his name.
Oh, sorry. Like, but he's an Italian.
Yes, he has citizenship.
Yeah. So some Italians will be like, oh, they say that we should integrate foreigners.
Yes.
Now, this person is integrated, has a
and the thing is that they say that he has been nice because they were asking people in his community. They were saying that he never showed any sign. He was a nice person and all of that. Yeah. But one person said that recently, when you greeted him, he would just turn and go away. He won't respond. So maybe that is when he started hearing the hallucinations.
Yeah. Okay, so that as it might be, I feel that you shouldn't do that. Like, I mean, no matter what is going on, and those people are innocent kids. What did they do to you?
Yeah, there's some people like that. When they have mental issues, it doesn't matter whether somebody has done something to you.
Yeah, I'm not ignoring mental issues. One of the videos
that's what I'm also thinking of.
One of the videos will talk about mental issues, people having problems, talk about depression and all that is stigmatized. But in this case, come on. Like, I know that there is so much.
I want to drink some water.
You know, she's drinking water today. I drank last Sunday.
Yeah, this is my turn to drink water. Not on purpose, though.
Yeah, so no matter what it is, behave well. Like, those kids don't merit that kind of thing. And there are some experiences that you have in life. All right, and those experiences will actually define your future. Like, those kids now having that, do you know that some of them after this moment, they might not want to stay, let me not say with a black person, but they will not want to stay in a bus because that event will keep repeating. Like, they're not adults, all right, who have been formed and all that. Like, these experiences from those kids. So whenever they're in a bus, that image of what happened, of their hands, you know, being tied, of somebody having a lighter wanting to will come.
Terrible.
And probably they will not take a bus again.
Yes.
They will want to, like, always go with their parents.
And especially if they say black person.
Yeah.
It's normal.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's
so let's try to behave ourselves. Let's know that if you're in another man's country, you're representing your nation. It's just like that. Whether you like it or not, you're representing your people. So all those people that go about, even those that don't used to pay bus, that don't used to pay billetto on autobus, people should pay billetto.
Be strictly for it, for Italy. Hey. I don't know if it happens in other countries.
I don't know if it happens in other places, but in Italy,
let's not insult ourselves now.
We're not insulting ourselves. We're only trying to correct our behavior.
No, not ourselves. Like, we don't do it, but I mean, like, those of us who stay in Italy.
I've done it sometimes. Sometimes when I'm really poor, I don't have any money, I'll say, God, please protect me.
When you were really poor. Now you're a rich girl now, come on.
Okay, so much on that.
Yeah.
And maybe in this vein, we want to shout out to those, to what happened in Mozambique.
In Mozambique, like, to the millions of families. Like, I read probably from the UN report, I think they have more than 1.something million families that have problems. Now, you know that from where we came from, you know that the people that are living close to the seaside, they don't take all the precautions that people here take. Now, when that thing happens, with all the thatched houses and all that, you know, that affects, even till now, like, they don't know the actual number of people that actually lost their lives. You know, as they keep removing the debris and all that, they keep seeing people. No census, of course, you know, a number of times.
Terrible
so you can't
situation.
Even, like, you can't even tell. So, I mean, our heart goes out to them.
Our heart goes out to them.
And to all other people, because every day terrible things are happening.
I'm telling you, there is no day that passes by without a bad news. it's just like that. So let's go on to the next thing. We're going to be talking about, since it's Sunday, we'll be talking about the message we had in church today and what we learned, our deductions. So the message of today was my lines have fallen in pleasant places. And it was taken from the book of Psalm 16, verse 6.
I think it's a very popular verse. A number of people know it.
I didn't know it was popular.
It's very popular.
The most popular psalm is Psalm 23. I didn't know Psalm 16
but no, not like Psalm 16, but like the verse.
Okay, that
the
verse.
Psalm 16
really?
verse 6.
I've not noticed
my
that.
lines are falling in pleasant places, and I have a goodly heritage. Like, it's a very distant. So I don't know if you want. I mean, let's just read. Probably we'll read from verse 1 to verse 6. And then we'll say something a little.
You're not in verse. Okay.
I'm in chapter 16.
No,
I actually opened it. Now this is a smaller Bible, so the chapters are very close to themselves.
Go on.
She's bullying me again, like the other video.
Read it.
Okay, so she said, David said, "Preserve me, O God, for indeed do I put my trust. O my soul, thou hast said unto the Lord, thou art my Lord, my goodness extended not to thee. But to the saints that are in the earth, and to the excellent, in whom is all my delight, their sorrows shall be multiplied, that hasten after another God. Their drink offerings of blood will I not offer, nor take up their names into my lips. The Lord is the portion of my inheritance and of my cup. Thou maintainest my lot. The lines are fallen unto me in pleasant places. Yea, I have a
goodly heritage.
I think this is King James Version, but you can read in another version that is there. Our main focus actually will be verse 5, right? Verse
5 and 6.
Because the preceding verses here they're nice, because if you look at the preceding verses, sorry, I'm talking too much. Okay. You can
go on. What are you saying? Just try to be brief.
Yeah. In the preceding verses, you see that David was actually making a prayer. Okay, he said, "Preserve me, O God, for indeed do I put my trust." Like, he shows someone who trusts God, who believes that God will answer him when he prays, and also someone who is actually showing absolute reliance on God. Like, preserve me, O God.
Yeah, like the pastor. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Like the pastor was saying, at that period, because he thought that David was anointed at the age of 17, but became king after 13 years, which was at the age of 30. So during that span, he was having a lot of challenges from the present king of Israel at the time, Saul. Which was Saul. So this was his prayer, telling God to preserve him. He had a lot of issues. Even, I think, when he lost, he had already become king when he lost his family and his men were against him. But though during this time, he had a lot of problems, and his total reliance was on God.
So that was why he said, "Preserve me, O God." And then you read the next verses, "O my soul, thou hast said unto the Lord, you are my God," and all that. But let's look at verse 5 and verse 6.
Okay.
So that we don't elongate the whole thing. It says, "The Lord is the portion of my inheritance and of my cup. Thou maintainest my lot." Let's look at verse 5. The Lord is the portion of my inheritance. No, if you know that in the Bible, we have the 12 tribes of Israel, right? Now, Levi was actually a separated tribe, like a tribe that should, a tribe that is actually sacrificed to God. Let me say that way. People that are actually servants of God. So they didn't get any inheritance, any landed property. They got inheritance. They didn't get inheritance like any landed property from.
But they got bigger.
They got something bigger because their inheritance,
because the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof.
So their inheritance was God.
And they had to pay tithes to them.
Yeah.
So they inherited everything.
Like when people came to give offerings,
yes.
all right, a portion was actually for the priest,
think of
for the
all
Levites
the families
that's come around. So they didn't get any landed property, but then their inheritance was to be God. So David saying here, who was not actually Levite, but saying that the Lord is the portion of my inheritance. Somebody might say, if God, the portion of my inheritance, I want that,
I want money.
I want this. I want that. And he also said, and of my cup. Now, if you read from the Amplified version, on that cup he said, if you want to check. Okay. On the Amplified version, he said, He's all that I need. Like my cup, he is all that I need.
My portion, my cup.
Yeah.
Everything I need is here.
Is there. So if you're looking at it, you might say, this person is praying a stupid prayer. I want money. I want shoes. I want cars. I want houses. I want whatever that you might want. But this person actually has understanding. Like, the Lord is my portion. He grabbed the most important thing.
Yeah. It's calling something to mind.
Yeah.
I cannot remember. I don't know if it's a story or something I heard. I can't remember. I'm sorry. I can't remember it, but they were telling these people to take something, and this one will take this one, this one will take. But somebody else went and took something that now covered even the ones
the
other
things
people.
that they had taken. It's like, okay, probably someone now has a wheel. Okay, maybe something like that, and then you have to, or somebody has a check, and in that check there is so amounts, and the amount is, let's say for example, 10 billion euro, and then in that same building you have this, you have this, you have this, you have that, and people are picking those things that's worth nothing. 1,000 euro, 2,000, 3,000, and this person just grabs that check that is there for 10 billion. It's just a piece of paper, but that can buy all the things.
All the petty that they are picking.
Now, this is not really a good comparison, because God is actually more than 10 billion.
Of course.
$10 billion euro. So David saying, my portion is God. He is my inheritance. He is my cup, and he will maintain me. Shows that he had understanding. And no wonder he had so much wealth. He will maintain me.
That brings to mind that God will give you, and he will also protect
maintain
you.
the thing he has given to you.
Assurance. Hey!
And no wonder he said, preserve me.
Yes.
Like, God, preserve the things that you will give to me.
Give to me. It's almost making me to cry, but I'm not going to cry.
You will preserve me, and also preserve the things that you give to me. All right. So you will preserve my material wealth. You will preserve my wife. You will preserve my kids. You will preserve my life. You will preserve whatever that is around me. Like, all that concerns me, you are going to preserve.
Hallelujah.
So it's actually like a wonderful prayer that he made. Like, the most important thing you can grab is God. If you grab him, you've gotten every other thing that you can ever.
You can lose money, you can lose your health, you can lose whatever, but you cannot lose God. Well, you can, but if you hold on to him, you can't.
God, you can recover all the things that you've lost, basically. Like, you multiply that. You remember Job? We are digressing a lot. If you remember Job, Job had God and nothing else.
Friends deserted, everybody deserted, health was going down the drain.
He had God and nothing else. Like, the equation could actually be this way: God plus nothing equals to all. God, someone is passing. It's that time of the day when someone starts going around.
It's our famous break-in now. He has come again. This distraction. But we shall overcome. Please, let's go.
He was not here last week. Okay.
No, he was.
No, he left before we started.
Yeah, and I mentioned his name in the video.
Okay, that's true. Okay, so God was to everything. So basically, when you have God, you have everything. Now let's go to verse 6, because we are taking so long. I hope he's still recording. Just a moment, let's check. Yes, he's still recording.
If not, Obigaba now.
All right. Okay, so verse 6.
I should read.
Yeah, you should read.
Okay. The lines are falling onto me in pleasant places. Yeah, I have a goodly heritage.
Yeah, this is sweet. This is wonderful. Like, okay, let me give a description. You know that what it means, if you read the Amplified Bible, it was like the lines it meant are the boundary lines.
Okay.
All right. Like, if you go to divide, let's use the village. You know, I'm a village boy, so don't mind me. In the village, when you want to look at her eyes, you know that you normally share the lands among your kids.
Yeah, I've heard that, yes.
All right. Now,
okay, did they just throw it like that and then it falls
no,
in freezer?
No,
no, because that is what is coming to my mind. The lines are like you just threw something and then it fell in pleasant places.
No, not like that.
Okay.
You share the something, like you try as much as possible to maintain some evilness,
Okay.
some impartiality.
All right.
All right, in the sharing. So they call people. But then, what it means is that okay, you take a meter for this person, a meter for the next person. Maybe the first son will get a meter and a half, something like that, just to show that he's older than the other people.
Okay.
So they share that. Now, the lines are the boundary lines. Falling in pleasant places means that what your own portion has in your own land is so much.
Okay.
Like there is treasure in your own portion. Now, they're sharing a land. There are goodly pearls, precious stones, gold, buried in some parts of the land. And we came and we say, Esther,
Annie.
Okay, Annie. Sorry. Annie. And then you had that land. And then we say, okay, you take this meter, and then Caleb takes that. And then you look at your portion much later, and you see that those gold,
silver,
and diamond and everything are actually in your portion.
Hallelujah.
You understand? So the lines have fallen in pleasant places. Means that your own portion of inheritance
has fallen.
Actually has the treasure.
Yeah, has fallen in pleasant places. Places of milk and honey.
Exactly. That's the exact thing, because the Israelites, the portion that God gave to them.
I was thinking of it differently.
Okay.
No, I like what I was saying before. That's what I was thinking. Did they just throw the lines and maybe the lines that they threw maybe got to a very good portion of land?
As much as possible, they will try to maintain the something so that like someone doesn't get
more than
10 meters and some other person gets half a meter. So they would want to make the something to. I nodded my head because someone is calling us.
Okay.
So let's round up.
Let's round up.
That's actually the meaning of that place. So your lines for it. So if you look at the prayer of David and now look at it's like an answer, a response that God has given to you. He was now
the lines
praising
have finally
God
fallen in nice places.
in pleasant places. Initially, he was saying, I trust in God, I believe in God, I love you, I have eschewed evil, I've left the people that serve other gods. I won't even mention their name when I'm worshiping you, when I'm praising you. And eventually, my service to God has brought me great treasure, has brought me great things. And so the boundary lines of my portion have all the treasures that you can, all the treasures you can imagine. So it's a wonderful
very lovely.
scripture.
I understand better with this explanation.
Yeah, it's
really nice.
It's very nice. It's a scripture that when you think about it, it just makes you relax in God. Like relax in God doesn't mean that you don't do
work. Of course, you have
you don't
to
work hard. But that peace that's inside your heart in the midst of turbulence. Like he's someone who surfs, all right? I know the waves are much, but he's calm. He's gentle. It's like Jesus sleeping in the boat, all right? When there was turbulence and everything, he's relaxed. He's calm. That's what this kind of verse or these verses make you
mind.
like you have what you need. You have the portion. You have God. You have everything that you need.
Okay.
And everything will be fine. All right. If you allow me, I know she knows.
Hey.
This. If you allow me,
cogide till tomorrow. But it's good. It's good. That I'm saying that if you leave him, he's going to talk to you forever.
I do this for those who don't speak Igbo because I know there are people who don't speak.
Yeah.
So,
se lo lasci parlare, parlerà fino a domani. Ecco, è quello che stiamo dicendo.
Anche in italiano parliamo adesso. All right, è stato un piacere.
È stato un piacere.
Avervi con noi.
E vorrei ringraziare tutti i miei sottoscritti. Sono passata da 54 sottoscritti a più di 100 sottoscritti.
Let me interpret.
Okay.
I passed from 54 subscribers to 102 subscribers. Like that's great.
Yeah, that is really great in a short period. And
yeah,
now
in one
on
week,
this video I have like 800 views. Like, I'm so grateful to everybody that watched. I'm so grateful to everybody that shared. I'm so grateful to everybody that subscribed. Keep coming back. We don't want to disappoint you. We want to give you great content.
Don't worry.
Please invite your friends, come along. Let this family grow. Let this family be bigger than this before the end of the year.
Bigger than this.
Bigger than this. So I think the video is taking so long, but we are so grateful to you, and we hope you keep on watching. And if you have suggestions, please come back. If you want to see this family grow, come back and give us your suggestions.
Yeah, suggest the things you would like us to talk about. Like in the first video, we'll talk about music. We'll talk about design.
If you want to know about Italy, we are also planning on doing tours in Italy. We can go to some city. We show you around. We have so much to do on this channel. So come along with us.
Yeah, if you're interested, we'll make out the time because we don't have that much time.
We don't have that much time, but we'll do it for you.
Yeah, if you're interested, we'll actually plan well and make out the time to do it. We'll talk about various things. We'll talk about depression. Like medical stuffs, like not going into
because he's into medicine.
We are not going to go into that, but like some stuff.
And how it is stigmatized in Africa, especially. Depression,
like we'll talk about it. We'll talk about several things.
Okay.
Several other things I don't want to say now.
Okay. Several things. Bye.
All right now.
So happy Sunday once again. Thank you for staying tuned. I hope the video was not too long for you, and if it was, come on, it's Sunday, so just chill. Take your ice cream, whatever you have, and watch the video.
Ice cream if you're here.
Bye. Thank you for watching. We have our distraction here, breaking and passing in person, but we don't mind him.
All right.
Okay, so bye guys. Bye.
It's not edited, so you will see everything.
Yeah, this unedited video.
Yeah. All right now.
But I want to keep it as natural as possible. Oh yeah, go and put off the video.
She's not going to stop.
Gawa.
She's not going to stop.
But why
she's
the red?
She's bullying me. It's not good.
Why the red?